What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another What If. I just want to start this What If very quick because I've been filming this for the past 3 hours and I've got things wrong. So I just want to do this very, very quick so I can entertain you very good. So let's begin. Our story starts off with the old Power Rangers from each generation, and they are fighting for their lives. And then we see the monster they're fighting, and his name is called Zordon, and he just slaughters all of them. He takes all of their spines, their heads, and he starts feasting and eating all the Power Rangers. And then Zordon's like, oh no, what am I gonna do? All the Power Rangers are dead. Now it's time for new ones. I need angsty teens. I'm sorry, Tommy. I'm sorry, Jason. I'm sorry to everybody. I have to do this. And then he puts on this charge button and it selects people from all over the world, but it mostly does Japan, and it's only 7 people in Japan for the new Power Rangers, and their all names are Izuku Midoriya, Uraka, Momo, Ida, Kirishima, Todoroki, Bakugo. They are all in the same school. They are all angsty teens with different personalities and different dreams, but they all sincerely want to become heroes. And Zordon says, then make it happen. Press the button. And that's how we begin our episode. So, our story starts off with Izuku Midoriya. He's just walking to school with his best mate, Kirishima, and his other best mate, Ida. And they're just walking to school, and it's now 5th period at this time. And Deku's eating, and then Bakugo says, hey, as it's the last day, I think I should give you a beating. Also, you, Kirishima and Ida, as you both, all 3 of you, are nerds. And Uraka says, leave them all alone. And Bakugo says this, oh really? Are you sure about that? And then he punches Deku in the face and Kirishima, and Ida tries and kicks Bakugo in the face. But Bakugo says, oh, goody two-shoes, you missed me, huh? And then let me say that Todoroki, he's reading a book. The reason why Todoroki and Momo are in that school is because they begged their parents to go, and yes. So Todoroki, he's reading his book, and then he tries to put his food into the bin, and then he gets tripped up by Ida's kick, and he falls and he says, what are you doing, man? And then Momo, she backs up her friend Uraka, and then we just see Deku just get his ass whooped by Bakugo and his explosions. Yeah, so people who have quirks, all 6 of them who have quirks, yeah, they're gonna get powered up with their powers for the Ranger Force. If you didn't know about the Ranger Force, is about in the comics. In the comics, the Rangers use Ranger Force to win in battles, and that's why you mostly see them win in battles and have the explosion in the back of them, because that's Ranger Force. And yeah, so yeah, and Deku, he's still corkless. And then a teacher comes in, he says, all 7 of you, detention right now. And then it's now detention, and all of them are bored, and all of them are looking at each other like, I didn't do anything. It was his fault. He punched me in the face. And then it's now end of school, and they leave. And it's around kind of nighttime because time goes fast in Japan. And Deku, he's just looking around, and then he sees a cave, and he's like, oh my gosh, Kirishima, Ida, look, there's a cave. Maybe we could find something. And Deku, he goes there, and then he trips on something, and he says, help! And Kirishima, Ida, they get stuck too, and they all say help. And then Uraraka, Momo, then Todoroki comes, then Bakugo comes, and they all try and help, but each one gets stuck. And Bakugo says, thanks to Deku that we're all stuck, huh? I guess we have to follow the way down there through the cave. I guess. But what's that shiny thing? Deku says, and Deku, he sees the green one and he says, it feels like it's calling to me, but I don't know how. So Deku, he takes the crystal and he puts it in his pocket, and so does the others. They pick the colors that they're wearing in this picture, and yeah. And they find their way home, and yeah, they all go to sleep, and Deku wakes up, and he's a whole different place. He's in space, and he's like, what the hell? Am I in NASA's space station or something? Am I an alien? What's going on? Am I dead? Is this heaven? And he starts panicking, and then he sees Bakugo, he's screaming. He sees Todoroki, and he's like, what the? Kirishima, the same people that he was in the cave with. And he's like, what the? And Zordon, he's there, and he says, oh, I'm sorry for that. You are my new Power Rangers. And I think it says Power Rangers? I've heard of that. I think they were like popular right in around the early 2000s and the 90s especially. And Momo says, I think it was a kid show or something, or maybe it was a reality show, I'm not sure. And Zordon says, first of all, Deku's right. Third of all, Momo, you're wrong. Power Rangers are the protectors of the universe, or mostly Earth. And they guard it with all their might as a team. It could be a 3, it could be a 7, even could be 10 in that case. But I picked all 7 of you to become the new Power Rangers. And Deku says, how do I know that you're not a villain? And Bakugo realizes he could be a villain, and he tries and punches the glass with Zordon's head, and he says it's not breaking. It's probably made by titanium. And Deku is like, I guess so. Kirishima's like, budge up, everybody, let me punch. And he uses his power of rock, and he's like, oh my gosh, it hurt me. And everybody started to listen to Zordon, or what he was saying about, there's a great threat coming, and it wants to conquer the world. Instead of conquering it, it wants to absorb all the life energy of anybody in the world, all 8 billion, and then it can rest for the rest of billions of years until a different species comes. And it does a whole cycle. Too bad we didn't have Power Rangers to do that a long time ago when dinosaurs were around, because he's the reason why all the scientific knowledge about the asteroid was fake. It was actually him who killed the dinosaurs. He took the life force, and now he's back, and he wants to take over people's bodies, and it's now your turn. And Deku says, then what's his name? And Zordon says, his name is let me think of a name. His name is Soul Stealer. He steals souls and life. And yeah. And by the way, here are these 7 watches, if only emergencies. And all 7 of them, they take it and the watch just grabs the hold of the wrist and locks on forever. And it says, "Hi, my name is Buddy, and I'm going to be your personal assistant. And I'm going to tell you what Zordon tells you, and I'll be your personal buddy." And Dave says, "Oh, that's cool." And Bakugo says, "That's stupid." And Ida says, "Oh my gosh, is it me? Well, I do feel tired." And Zordon says, "Oh, I'm sorry, I may have to rush this. I've picked these gems for you for good reason. I want the leader to be lost so I can give." And Bakugo says, "Oh, it's probably gonna be me." Todoroki says, "No, it's probably gonna be me." Kirishima says, "Me." Ida says, "Me." Momo says, "Me." Uraraka says, "Me." Deku, he becomes silent because he's just quirkless and he doesn't believe in himself. So, Zordon says, "Momo, come forward. You are going to be the Pride Ranger. You're going to help others during a match, and you're going to cheer everybody up. Kirishima, you're going to be the Effort Ranger. Actually, you're going to be the Teamwork Ranger. You're always going to work well with your team, and yeah." Todoroki, you are going to be the tough one. And Todoroki says, "Oh, tough, but I would like to be leader." Uraraka, you'll be the happy one. Ida, you'll be the smart one. Bakugo, you'll be the rage one. And Bakugo says, wait. You're telling me I'm not lost?" And then everybody slowly moves their head looking at Deku. And Deku is even surprised to himself, like, OMG. He's gonna talk about me. I'm probably going to be the leader instead of somebody coming. Maybe it's just somebody behind me. He's going to be the leader. Then Zordon says, "You, Izuku Midoriya, come forward." And Deku says, "Oh my gosh, he's gonna say I'm going to be the leader." And Zordon says, "You are not going to be leader. You are not going to be a Power Ranger. I'm sorry for bringing you here. You're kind of a waste of time. You're basically quirkless, and all the people who've been here have been very talented. Even though they didn't have quirks, they were good at martial arts already, and they had their own smartness. You're just a normal person. You feel like a civilian to me. So can you please press and give me the watch and teleport out, please?" And Deku says, "Oh, okay." And then Zordon leans forward to Kirishima and says, "Kirishima, you will be the new leader. Maybe even Todoroki or Bakugo or even Uraraka. Basically, all 6 of you can become Power Rangers. I'll teach you all the methods." And Izuku, you can go. And Izuku pressed the teleport button and he leaves. And then he wakes up. It's the next day. And it's like, was that a dream? Was that real? And then, because it was the last day of school, he won't be seeing those people again. But Deku, he has to go grocery because it's a Saturday and that's his main thing. And so Deku, he goes to the shops and then he does whatever, and he sees a homeless man and he gives him most of all his shopping to the homeless man. And yeah, and then Deku continues walking, humming, and then he sees the 6 other people together, and he's like, no, it can't be. They're wearing the same watches as yesterday. No, they are Power Rangers, and I'm useless, and I could have been a leader. Oh gosh, I hope they don't see me. And Bakugo says, oh no way, hey, there's the weak leader, or should I say not a Power Ranger. And everybody starts laughing, but Ida and Kirishima says, guys, stop, he's my best friend. But still, go home, Deku, we got missions to do. And Deku says, can I see and come? And they say, no, too dangerous, you're too weak. As Zordon said, we listen to Zordon wherever we go. He's the leader. And we have to fight this one alien, one of a part of Soul Stealer's army. And yes, so goodbye, leave this zone, tell anybody around you to leave, because there's about to be a villain attack. So bye. And he's shocked that his best friend Kirishima just said that. And he says, okay. But Deku says, no, I'm not going to get pushed to the side. This is why Zordon didn't want me. I'm not brave. I'm not smart. And then he thinks about it and then he says, probably I'll get wiped away. I might as well just keep walking. So he keeps walking and then he goes back home. He switched on the TV. The first thing is news that these 6 people are fighting in color, and everybody on the news is saying, are these Power Rangers the legendary ones from around 20 years ago? And yeah, so Dagger's like, oh my gosh, that's how to fight. When did Kirishima knew how to do a backflip or something? Whoa, he just did a B twist. What? He knows how to use a sword either? What? Ida's that fast? Whoa. And then suddenly the person's gained a new power. It's now beating the hell out of the Power Rangers, the news reporter is saying. And Deku's like, oh no, they're getting beaten up. I can literally see part of Kirishima's mask and I can see his face. Oh no, he's about to kill him. And then Deku, he runs outside and his mom says, what the hell? Where is he going? And Deku, he runs straight up and he's basically in his head says, please Zordon, please shoot me up into the suit. And he's going close to the place and imagine he's running like just the Power Rangers and when you're used to watch the shows, and then he stops and he's like, what have you done to my friends? And all the Power Rangers on the floor just moving around like, ugh. And the alien's like, my name is called Trixie, and I trick the Power Rangers if they think they're winning but actually losing, and we all know what's gonna happen. Only the leader can beat me. And Deku says, I may not be a leader, but I'll try my best. Then Deku runs and he literally just gets punched in the face. And then he goes into this electric pole and he gets electrocuted. But Deku still fights, but he's just getting his ass whooped. His mom sees this and she doesn't see it on TV. By the way, the mom switched off the TV because she just did. And Deku is just fighting the monster. And then Zordon's looking from the spaceship and he's saying, "Oh, I didn't believe that kid had faith. Maybe, buddy, I think this kid is the true leader. I can feel it now. More leader than Jason and Tommy combined." And, yeah. I think he shall be the new Green Ranger. Then Zordon, he released the Green Ranger Zord and the green suit gem that he can change into. Deku, he literally absorbs this green energy and he's like, "What the hell? What's in my body now?" Then he sees this gem in his hand and it says, "Twist this button, put it as a ring. It will turn you into a Power Ranger." And Deku, he turns the rest in the ring and says, "Ranger Academia, on! It's morphin' time." And then he changes into the Green Ranger and he starts throwing hands at Trixie. And Trixie's like, "What the hell? I thought this kid was not a Power Ranger." And then Deku, he gets a beam gun and he starts firing at the Trixie, the monster. And Trixie's like, "What the hell? Hey, Orbit, give me your strength." And he absorbs the orbit of the moon and it makes the monster Trixie more larger. And it was like, "Oh my gosh, he's as tall as that building. He may even crush it." And then Zordon in his head is like, "Use your Megazord. It's the only way. We'll combine it to make the Super Megazord." And he tries and wakes up the Power Rangers and they say, "Who the hell are you?" And Deku, he says, "It's me, it's Izuku. I am your leader." And they all say, "Oh, right." Abakugo, he's not saying anything. He's like, "Then what are we going to do?" And Deku looks up and he says, "I guess we have to fight, guys. Megazord time." And the Megazord of all their animal spirits, like, yeah, they all form. Deku's one is an eagle, and it gives the Megazord wings and a sword. And yeah, Ida's part was like it was like a shark's head, but with teeth as a sword, too, with a sharp that combined it with Deku's eagle, especially with Momo. Her one was cheetah, so she could control the feet for the Megazord, and it was super fast. And the rest is the rest. What's his name? Kirishima. His one was lion, and it was the repulsor beam from the chest. And Bakugo, it was the I don't know, it was the shield and whatever. So they start throwing hands at the big creature, and he's like, how are we gonna control this? Because it seems like it's doing nothing to this guy. Do we have a final strike or something? And Zordon's telling to all of them by the helmet that you can use Final Strike, but you need to gain at least 100 XP for your Megazord to charge because it hasn't been used for over 20 years, so it's getting rusty. And Deku says, 20 years? If we can't defeat this guy and we're already using half of its power, can't we not make our own Megazords with our own Zords ourselves? Only the Zordon saying only the leader can have his own Megazord. Do you want me to unlock it? It can drain your powers. And Deku says, I want it right now. And then he jumps into his own Megazord and it's full on green. And the rest is just colourful from the other side. And then Deku, he basically makes these sharp claws out of his feathers from the eagle, and it basically spikes the Juggernaut, and then the other Megazord gets a sword and it literally slashes the what's the name again? Twister or something, Trixie, and then Deku stabs it with one of the feathers, and then the other Megazord stabs it with the sword, and then they do a final strike with a repulsor beam from each chest, and it makes like a small nuclear explosion, and yeah. And the Megazords go back to where they were in space, and then they land, and everybody's saying, all right, gosh, that was amazing. Guys, we should do that another time. And everybody's like, they detract form, but this time the news reporters weren't there because they just saw a giant thing and now it's disappeared, and now they all small people and they can't see them. And yeah, and heroes are like, what the hell? On TV, heroes are like, what the hell? I've never seen that. I think I saw them in like cartoons and that. And Deku's like, guys, I think you need to say something to me, because that really hurt what you said, Kirishima and Bakugo, and all of you for allowing that. So all of them say, I'm sorry, Deku, for saying that you'll never become a hero and that you're useless and all that. Bakugo, he keeps quiet, and then Deku says, pizza or something after for our first celebration before the main event, I guess. And then Momo, she says, guys, we forgot to tell something to Deku. And Deku says, what do you mean? What do you forget? Tell me. Momo says this. When you left, straight away, Zordon talked about the sacrifice of a leader. Every Power Ranger had to sacrifice their leader either once or twice. And this time, you have to die in order for the power gems to go to the next generation or defeat the evil. Because your one is very genetic and is very upgraded from the last time. And it's gone weaker because it hasn't been used to it for the past 20 years. Because if you did it 20 years ago, you would still be alive, but with injuries that are unsustainable. And now, because it's been 20 years and it's now rusty, the gem, it's probably like you will probably die by sacrificing yourself. So, yeah. Deku's like saying this, oh. Then I guess I have to do it. For everybody's sake. for the world. It's always been my dream to become a hero. And I'm not gonna allow that to stop me. I'm still going to live my life. I don't know what's gonna happen that day after, but I hope I made a difference in the earth. So let's get pizza, guys. So I think that's where I'm going to end it off right now. So I want you guys to like and subscribe. And see you guys on the next video. Bye.